and welcome to Labor Day Night's Treasure Vortex with Gypsy Jules from YouTube's Zero Discrimination, as well as her website gypsydigs.com, and myself, Amanda Digger Degaz. And I can be found everywhere under Digger Degaz. Um, Tonight, yeah, we're just going to go back and forth. We have no guests. I know that both Gypsy and I have been road tripping and have not caught up. The last time we talked was last Monday with Scott, so if you didn't catch that episode, definitely go check it out. But other than that, I'm gonna bring Gypsy in and say, "Hey, lady, how are you?"
Hey, I'm doing wonderful, wonderful. It's great to be here and great to be talking to my favorite person and favorite treasure hunter and favorite, co-host. So it's been a fabulous weekend and fabulous holiday, and what a great way to end this fabulous holiday talking about treasure hunting and treasure events and all this fun stuff with my co-host. So anyway, glad to be here, Amanda.
I'm glad. I'm glad to be catching up with you. I missed you this weekend. I was at one of our favorite places, and we can get into that later, but I
Oh
thought about
gosh, I
you
know.
like almost every minute out there. I'm like, oh,
Oh,
Gypsy would be loving this.
oh my gosh, when she told me last week where she was headed to, I was just like, oh my gosh. I mean, I was so excited for you, Amanda, but at the same time, I was like, oh my gosh, I want to be there.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Oh man, I still have not cleaned up all of my finds from last time you and I were there. And I mean, that's some winter stuff, but hopefully I'll eventually get to it.
Yeah,
But tell us all about your adventure, man. I'll
sure.
just live vicariously
I
through
know.
you for that.
Well, I will absolutely allow you to live vicariously. I know that the videos I did try to take as many videos as possible. I do not have the right equipment to have both hands free and do these things. I mean, I had a GoPro forever ago. I just had difficulty. I didn't like their software, and I don't have one of those holders yet that can safely hold up my phone while I can dig and do a true mudlark. But I ended up road tripping to New York. I had a company this time. My sister-in-law rode with me, and she went along with the crazy because you're used to it. Me going, hey, let's get up at midnight and jump in the car and drive to, New York. So yeah, we hit the road at by I think we got up actually at midnight and hit the road by 1, and stopped a couple times along the way in Connecticut and once in
1
New York, and
a.m. or 1 in the afternoon?
oh no, 1 a.m. Yep,
Oh boy,
yeah,
it does
one.
bring back memories, doesn't it?
No, you travel at night because there's less traffic, and by the time you get to your
Right?
destination, you try to link it up so that way you're getting there for sunrise. And yeah, that's what we did. We were just getting into I think Brooklyn, or it might have been Queens, when the sun was coming up. So that was neat. It was her first
Oh,
time
wow.
seeing New York, so she was excited by that, and I was excited knowing that where our destination lied. So we ended up meeting up with we ended up meeting Audra, Jersey History Hunter, and Anthony, Brooklyn Treasure Hunter. So they met us in the parking lot, and it was great seeing them. I don't think I've seen either of them in almost a year. And then we hit the
Wow.
beach. And you remember the walk.
Dang.
The walk is still the same. That's
Yes.
one thing I don't
So you
miss.
went the other way?
I went
Yeah.
the way that you're supposed to go. And
Right.
yeah, I'm like, oh, the amount of energy you're using before you even get to the good spot. It was just,
Yeah, but it's that anticipation of what lies ahead, and as soon as you round that corner, I
yep,
mean, before you get to that corner, you get this you're starting to see stuff. And I remember last time you and I were there, you had already picked up something
Yes.
or several items, and myself, as well as I think Jackie was with us last time, um, and she did as well. And then as soon as we round that corner, it's like,
Bam.
oh man, it's like
Yeah.
bam, bam. It's explosive with with just the sound of the glass.
Yes.
The
Yep.
waves crashing on the glass. There's nothing like that compares to that sound.
Yeah, there isn't.
I was at a dump, not this week. Well, I was at a dump this weekend, but I was also at a dump the previous weekend. And yeah, I'll talk more about that later. But it was this weekend. I think it was Herbie. We were at a dump, and he was talking about a fellow hunter that was there that he had brought to the dump, and the sound of that glass, and it automatically, I had a flashback, and then I was thinking about you. I was like, oh man, the beach and the waves hitting that glass. There's
Yeah.
nothing like that sound. I've never
The,
heard it before.
yeah, there
Go ahead. I'm
isn't. And
sorry.
no, there really isn't. And it is one of those sounds. And it's funny because if you bring someone new there, it is something that they remark. Like, I don't think I've ever brought someone that hasn't said, that's such a pretty sound, or that's such a unique,
It's music.
it
It's
is. It really
music
is.
to
Yep.
us.
But yeah, even before, you're right, before we got to the corner to turn, she was my sister-in-law was already picking up bottles, and I looked at her, I'm like, you might want to set those in a pile and grab them on the way back.
Yeah.
I said, because this is nothing compared to, and then you turn the corner and it's
And you're
bam,
like,
all this.
whoa,
Yep,
overload.
it is.
So was it low tide, or what was the
Nope,
tide
nope.
like?
We went, so first thing in the morning, it was high tide. The tide had just
Okay.
hit the peak. So we worked it till I think 1 o'clock in the afternoon was low tide. So it was great. I think we hit the beach by 8 a.m. and worked it until 1. Actually, I think they headed out maybe a little after 1, and we stayed until about 3:30. And it was just as I
Hmm.
remembered it. It was crazy because finding all the metal pieces that I normally do, I was also finding beads. So that was exciting. I didn't have to go to the small granular like broken glass to find beads. And it was a marble city, absolute marble city.
How many marbles did you end up with?
You had to ask. Let's see.
I think
18,
last time
18?
between you and Jackie, y'all smeared me on the marbles. Go ahead. 18? Wow.
18. Yep, 18 of them. And they're
That's
all beautiful.
insane.
They're all beautiful. And
Ah,
I I tried the black light, so I did clean up a lot of stuff today. Just to do the
yeah.
initial rinse, let it dry, set it in sun, and then I pulled out the black light. And I did find quite a few beads that glow, and I found there's like a gemstone that's
Ooh.
gorgeous and it glows. I'm like, oh, that's kind of neat.
Ah. Well, most people don't realize that, like rubies, even the lab-grown rubies glow.
Mm,
So that's something interesting.
yes. I know that
So did you bring a blacklight flashlight with
I
you
didn't bring it with me.
by
I had
chance?
it here for when I cleaned it
Okay.
up. Yep. Yep. Nope, I didn't bring it with
Okay.
me. I should have. I should have. And I've said that to myself
And how
multiple
long were
times.
y'all there? Did y'all just stay one night, 2 nights? Curious.
So let's see, so 8 to 3:30, and then we went back out Sunday morning at 8, and I think we left at 1. So 2 days. 2 days, and then
Oh,
drove back last night.
gosh. So how many
Um,
silver coins did you end up with?
so as of right now, 4. I have 3 silver dimes
Ah.
and 1 silver quarter, and then I got a
Ooh.
silver heart, um, and I found another. You remember the little horse I had found? It was like a little like trinket horse that
Yes.
was silver. I found
Yes.
another one of those and a little elephant. And the elephant made me think of you because you had found that elephant
Oh,
bead.
because I found the elephant last time. That's weird. I was just thinking about that elephant. That was my favorite find from last time.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That is
And it
so crazy.
and I mean
I
I'm
can't wait to
watching
see all this.
it was so fun. It was I mean it's a ton
Mhm.
of fun to see the finds like once I haven't posted pictures yet or anything like that. It's just overwhelming how much stuff. And
Okay,
um
I have a proposal already. If you're healed up when I come for Scott's, which we'll talk about that more. Last week we interviewed Scott. Is it Landon or
Lannon.
Lennon? Lannon.
Yeah, Lannon.
About the upcoming hunt that he's doing, fundraiser. And anyway, when I come up for that, dang, I don't know if you'd be able to get off work though, but or if you'll even be healed up after your surgery. But I'd be willing to, I don't know, pay for some gas to get up there.
Yeah,
Oh gosh,
we'll have to see. We'll have to see. I'm not really sure.
see how things are going.
Honestly,
Healing.
as I was leaving the beach this past weekend, I was like, "Bye. I don't know if I'll see you again anytime soon." So I did my goodbyes, and we actually, as we were headed out, there was a horseshoe crab that was kind of like up as the tide, because the tide was still going out when we were leaving, and I was like, "Oh
Oh
no,
wow, a
oh
horseshoe
no,
crab. That's
is
cool.
this one
It's kind
dead
of
or?"
fitting, isn't it, for the name?
Yeah, yep. So we went to flip it, and it was still alive. So I let it get all the dirt out, and then what it was doing was it like readjusted itself and then was burying itself in the sand. And I guess they do that if they get caught, and they can live up to three
Wow,
days with the water in their gills or whatnot. Because I
smart,
had to Google it. I'm
interesting.
like, what is it doing? I'm like, I'm trying to get it past the
It's
wave line.
surviving.
Yep. And I was like, oh, okay, it's all right. It's
Hmm.
doing what it needs to do. The
It'll
ones
do what it needs to do.
Yep, the ones that you and I and Jackie had seen, and just you and I, that were way up on the beach that had all the dirt in them, but were still alive,
Yeah,
that looked like they weren't going to make it.
yeah.
We did the right thing. So I had done a bunch of research, and it was like, nope, we probably saved those ones. I'm like, yay. Um,
Oh wow.
but I did end up finding another thing that, the lead toy soldiers are just awesome. And I was walking and I'm
You
like,
found
oh,
one
yep, I
or
found it.
two?
A fully intact one, like has its head, has its base.
Finally.
Yep. Fully intact, not just a head, not just a half or
So,
missing arms.
folks,
It's intact.
last time we were there, I mean, even the previous time, Amanda and I were like, okay, bucket list, let's send vibes out to the universe. Hey, this is what we want.